I'm going to show you some of my favorite ways to increase the flexibility and mobility of both elbows and wrists. Now, outside of what I'm going to show you here, some of the best things you can do is when you're training your biceps and your triceps, as well as your forearms, that you're moving through full ranges of motion. So obviously biceps, triceps, and then doing all of your wrist curls through full ranges of motion. But this is going to attack the joint specifically. So if you've never done any sort of stretches like these before, I recommend starting without the band and trying it out. But ultimately, the band is going to be your friend in regards to taking these stretches deeper than they would be otherwise. I'm using a pretty thick band here. Everything with slow progression. So you can start with thinner bands if you need to. And you want your band to be anchored to something. I got the Smith machine here. So whatever you use, just make sure it's sturdy. And how far away you are from the anchor is also going to influence how much pull you get from the band. But simply, you want to put the band around where you're trying to stretch. So again, we're working on the elbows here. And I'm going to start by showing you palm down. And I want the palm perfectly flat, all right? And then from there, for mobility purposes, you're going to pull back and go forward. And notice how I'm kind of coming up on the fingers here, and then back. So rep these out, maybe 10 at a time. Great for before a workout that's going to involve the elbows, or simply as some extra mobility on the side. Now, if you're going to want to work more specifically on the flexibility, it's going to be as simple as holding statically, all right? And you're not going to want to do that unless there's already some good blood flow through the area. So that means that perhaps you've already done the mobilization. So you could start there, rep it out, and then ultimately finish, rest and relax it, but then ultimately finish with some holds there. All right. And again, if you're incorporating this as a part of your workout, start with the dynamic stuff here, then do your workout, and perhaps then finish with a static hold. Now, if you're going to attack the wrists, simply move the band closer to the wrist. And both are going to hit elbows and wrists, but again, the band is going to emphasize any specific point. And this can be done on other parts of the body as well, not just the arms. And again, you can make it dynamic, moving through that stretch, or just hold it statically. But of course, that's just palm down. We can also work with the top of the hand on the ground. That tends to be a bit less comfortable. So if you need to, you can add a pad. And then one of the other differences is the band's going to wrap a bit more around the side of the elbow, not really directly along the back side of it. All right, so same kind of idea. Now it's stretching the wrist from this angle, stretching the elbow in a different angle, and you just kind of try and pull back all the way forward, pull back, all the way forward for dynamic, and then you're going to want to do static hold to, sort of reset, finish things off. It's going to help prevent a lot of the tightness you might get from all the dynamic movements, whether it's the stretches we're showing here or stuff you're doing with weights in the gym. I think it's beneficial to finish off with some static stuff. Alrighty, but start small. You don't want these things that are supposed to be helping with the health of our joints and pain and such to increase pain. So enjoy.